to the race itself, we got some updated numbers from Nate Silver on the race today. The race as of yesterday, he had put up his recent forecast. Kamala again gets a little bit of a bump as of late. He's on the screen here. Right now nationally, she's up now. There's YouGov right now, according to Nate Silver. There's actually no, this is update today. I apologize. Not much poll today, but there's a new poll that has Kamala up 5-6 points in the NBC poll. There's also a YouGov poll for CBS News that has Harris up +4. So right now, the updated numbers have Kamala right now just actually nationally up 4% now. With these new numbers here, Kamala's up 4%. Now, here's the secret science here, the secret sauce of the whole thing. This is a battleground state election, and it really has been for a long time, but it's down to 3 states, and obviously with Kamala being in the race now, as opposed to Joe Biden, opens up more avenues to win, not just the Rust Belt, but also North Carolina's in play, Georgia's in play, Arizona's in play, Nevada's in play. For a Democrat to win the election, and you saw in 2020, especially, like they got to be at least between 4 or 5% to increase it. Like if I saw the percentage where like if Kamala's up 4 to 5% nationally in the polls, that her odds of winning the election, not winning the election, the election, right, but the Electoral College, goes up to 80%. If like her national number is 2 to 3%, then it shrinks to 50-50. And if it's like 1% and down, it shrinks down to like 20% chance of winning the Electoral College. Because again, it's about 270. Like the people get so intrigued by the national polls, and national polls do, obviously are something. There are data points, but because of the battleground states and how everything is put out in Electoral College, all that, she has to be up by at least 4 to 5% of in the national average to feel comfortable about that. So right now, these news polls right now, when you bake in the new YouGov polls and the NBC News polls that came out yesterday, they now have Nate Silver has her up 4%. And I told you when the last poll party before the debate, I told you guys this. I said if she gets to 50%, she's winning this election. Donald Trump is baked into 40. So right now he has 46% of the national vote right now. He's not getting more than 47% at most. Okay, he's baked in. If you watch the graph right here, for example, look on the screen. Okay, he's pretty much been in between the 44. I think at one point he got as up high as 48%, but that was after the shooting attempt, the assassination attempt. Right when Biden dropped out is when he shrunk again, and it's been relatively 44, 45, 44, 45, 46, 46, 47. No, that's Kamala. So that's Trump 44, 43, 43, 44, 45, 44, 44. He's now peaked out again at 47%. So he's not getting more than 47% of the popular vote. So if Kamala can get that number to 50%, or even 51%, where Biden had it in 2020, she wins the election. She's going to win relatively comfortably. She's going to get about 306 electoral votes if she gets that number to 50% or more. Okay, and that's why I said that debate was so important. It was so important that she did well in the debate, and obviously, by the looks of it, now she got that bump she needed after the debate. So, yeah, she got the slight bump, not a big bump, but a slight bump. Trump didn't help himself in the debate. Really didn't help himself at all, honestly. But so that's the numbers there. In terms of the battleground numbers now, this is what's important here. So the battleground states right now, in Pennsylvania, Kamala's up 1.5% in Pennsylvania. In Wisconsin, Kamala's up 1.9%. In Michigan, Kamala's up 2.5%. Now, North Carolina, Trump's up by 0.1%, which is virtual tie. Georgia, 0.8, which is virtual tie, pretty much. Arizona, 0.7 for Trump. This is strange here. Look, I have no feeling that. I do not look. If Kamala Harris wins Florida, then this is all crazy. I don't think it's going to happen at all. But all of a sudden now, these latest polls has Kamala still outside the margin of error for Florida, but she's only down 3.8% in Florida. I don't know what's happened here, the polling. And by the way, Florida, since Biden left the race, not to say this for me that was in play, but the numbers have actually shrunk now. Trump's lead has shrunk in Florida. Now, look, I think Trump's winning Florida without question. Okay. However, the fact that right now, with 5 or 6 weeks to go before the election, that Kamala's only slightly out of the margin of error in Florida is kind of, if I'm a Trump supporter, I'm concerned. You know what I'm saying? So right now, Trump up 3.8% in Florida. That shows deterioration too. Also, Nevada, Kamala up by 1.2%. That's another big state for this election. Minnesota, obviously that's out of play for Trump, but Kamala's up 6.2. Texas 5.2 for Trump, and of course New Mexico 8.2% for Kamala. Like I said, um, the debate has helped Kamala a lot. In terms of the numbers, she didn't get as big a bumps as I thought she was going to get, given everything else. But at the same time, things have started. I think things are baking in now. Early voting has at least either started in some states or is about to start very soon. And I'll be voting early, obviously. But you're seeing the numbers bake in now. But keep it again. Don't pay. I mean, yes, pay attention to national polls. Obviously, it does matter, but pay more attention to the battleground state polls. And you want to look at the margin for the background polls. So right now she's polling outside the margin error, which is fine. But you want her, if you're a Kamala supporter, you want Democrats to win the election. You want Kamala to be at that 4 or 5% number in polling to feel like, okay, yes, she can probably get us in there, have us in the bag. But again, it's still a long way to go. I wouldn't say it's over just yet, but the polling right now, as of the last couple of days, has looked pretty solid for Kamala Harris. But again, long way to go. We'll see how things go. I obviously there's not probably gonna be another debate again, according to what Trump is saying. He's not gonna debate her again. I don't know why. To me, that's a mistake. But also Kamala, honestly, I don't think you do better than you did on against Trump 2 weeks ago. I think you just let it lie. Okay, because again, you're not gonna get more eyeballs than you were gonna get the first time. So let it lie. Let that debate be the thing that stands out, more than anything else.